What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake MLB DFS Wise Stream. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And of course, I'm from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find on all the social media platforms listed above it directly at WiseTake.com. If you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level, we are a premium DFS content provider as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out at WiseTake.com if you want to try us out. Day passes available. That being said, if you're new to this channel, welcome. You've come to the right place for some free fire DFS content, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and don't miss out on any of the free content we put out. Currently covering MLB slates Monday through Friday, meaning we stream live Sunday night through Thursday night with our first look, and it's all free. NFL show coming. It's coming. Probably going to be on a Wednesday. This Wednesday? Maybe. Or next Wednesday. I don't know. Going to touch base with the OGs. See what they're thinking. Talked a little bit today to him, reached out to him. Gonna try to make it happen before the season starts. And of course, then it'll be weekly, which is another reason you should subscribe, right? NFL content for free. And we'll be covering it at the, final takes and all that shit at WiseTake.com as well. Pat Bush, what's going on, bro? Pat says he's gonna fall short, but he'll be ready for tomorrow. His boy, German Marquez, is on the slate. Yes, he is. He's at home in course. He's got his hands full against the Padres. But he has been good to you, Pat. He's been very good to Pat. He has. We've got a massive slate, 15-game slate once again. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Starting with top pitchers, as we always do. Corbin Burns, I would assume, is going to be the chalk of the slate. And it is a massive slate, so we could see ownership a little bit more spread out. But I would anticipate him getting a lot of attention, especially coming off of the game that he's coming off of, which was a complete smash burger, right? Wasn't even as popular as I think people thought he was going to be then. I don't think people make that same mistake against the Cubs. Was it 15 Ks and 8 innings against the Cubs? So yeah, he'll be popular against St. Louis. St. Louis can be a little pesky. Not a very good offense in terms of numbers, we know that. But they can be pesky. 22% strikeout rate. One of the lower ones. But still expect him to be popular. Framber Valdez is on the road in Kansas City, very good park. Strikeout rate has been down. Kansas City is not a high strikeout team, 21% against lefties. But they're not a good offense either. Sandy Alcantara. I always called him Sandy Alcantara, but whenever I hear the announcers, they call him Alcantara. Having a little bit of a down year. I mean, this is a good, this is good by any metrics, but it's a good year overall. But for him, it's not as good of a year. You know what I mean? He's at home in a great park, but he plays a tough Atlanta team, currently in first place in the NL East. Eovaldi is going to be in Yankee Stadium. It's a doubleheader. This game's a doubleheader for anyone who doesn't know. So only 7 innings, which makes him tempting, but also it's against the Yankees rivalry game in a small park. But either way, it was going to be a small park, right? Whether it's Boston or New York. Jonathan Adams, what's going on, bro? Stroman, it's tough to take Stroman on big slates when he's this expensive. Matchup against the Giants, really good offense, good park. Chris Bassett against the White Sox. Bassett currently with a 25.3% K rate. Numbers are pretty solid. Montas didn't fare so well for me. He was in my raised stack, so would have liked it if he'd done a little bit better. But he's obviously an option. It's just the price. What are you getting? And it's not getting a whole ton. It's ownership, I guess. Logan Webb got some of the best numbers. 60% ground ball rate. Matchup against the Mets, who have struggled offensively and are banged up. But he's 8.8. DraftKings got quick with the pricing. Now he's only 7.6 on FanDuel. That's tempting. Alek Manoah, 29.3% K rate, faces a pesky Nationals team. Now, on FanDuel, he's 9.9. I think he'll be extremely low owned over there. On DraftKings at 8.6, I think he might get some attention. Right? He's in the SP2 range, pay down SP1 range. Washington is punting. They traded away their best players, we know that. But they're still pesky. 21.9% K rate. You know what I mean? What else we got on this list? Yeah. As far as cheap guys go, Mr. Oscar Yanoa. It's been a while since we've seen him. He's been out. He was having a really good year, though. 27.9% K rate, 3.43 Sierra, 3.18 xFIP. He's in Miami, very nice pitcher-friendly park. Playing Miami, one of the lower-end offenses in the league, to put it nicely. And Yanoa did throw, I think, 83 or 86 or something like that pitches in his final rehab start. So he's nice and stretched out, right? Shouldn't be too many restrictions there. I anticipate he'll be pretty popular. Last but not least, I guess I should have talked about him first. David Price, only a 19.6% K rate, but he's at home, massive favorite, against the team with the lowest WRC plus in the league against lefties, also the lowest ISO in the league against lefties, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. You can see a WRC plus of 78, a WOBA of 287, and an ISO of 119. I think those guys popped out the most to me. As far as offenses go, we've got Coors. We'll start with that. We don't know who's pitching for the Padres. Just going to put that out there. So it's a bullpen game for the Padres. Rockies have been playing better, especially at home. But, we'll have to wait and see. Typically, Padres' pen is pretty good. But if we get some long relief shit, okay. But it's a massive slate. There's a lot of offenses. Padres on the other side will go up against my man Pat Bush's boy, German Marquez. Marquez, pretty good, right? So, I don't know. Coors doesn't stand out to me a whole ton of something I'm dying to get into. On a slate this big, you just think you're going to find something else. But we'll have to see how the rest of the slate is thinking. Is Fernando Tatis going to be the highest on hitter in the game on the slate again? This question. Astros will face Daniel Lynch. Daniel Lynch currently has a Sierra of 5 and 18% strikeout rate. We know Houston, while the park is not great out in Kansas City, Houston, the highest WRC plus in the league, is levels at 116, only a 159 ISO, but also only an 18.8% strikeout rate. The Blue Jays playing National League rules as they go into Washington to face Mr. Eric Fedewap, who it's just not good, right? 20.8% K rate, but a 4.55 Sierra. Kind of sneaky for Toronto. We want to keep an eye on the weather just because in Washington you get a lot of that heat-humidity combo. It helps the ball carry. Keep an eye out on Toronto. They definitely appear to be in a good spot. The Dodgers against Will Crow. Crow, another one with just numbers that are just not good. Dodgers, one of the top offenses in the league. They are at home. They typically carry low ownership at home, and they will continue to on a 15-game slate. I can tell you that. The Rays. I see some of you in the chat talking about the Rays. The Rays have been really good to me, man. For those of you who subscribe to WiseTake.com, you'll know I feel like I write up the Rays almost every day. And most of the time they come through. And the few times I don't write them up, they still manage to come through. But gotta love Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay, to be clear, they have not been as good against lefties on the season. Matter of fact, where are they on this list? DB, here we go. A 93 WRC plus, 299 WOBA, 153 ISO, and a 26.7% K rate. They will face John Means, who looks like he's got some regression coming, who has a massive fly ball rate. Now, this game is in Tampa. If it was in Baltimore, hands down, right? But it's in Tampa, a very large park. I still like the Rays, though. I mean, you got Randy Rosarina, who was scratched, but from my understanding, it was a mistake. They were trying to give him a day off, and so they meant to put Margot in there, and they accidentally put Randy in there, so I don't think he's hurt. Nelson Cruz, right? That dude, Mike Brosiau or whatever, he hit a home run. That was off a righty, right? You still got guys that could do it. Brandon Lau just doesn't matter who it is. He's just red hot right now. So I'm gonna, Yandy Diaz, I think is the one that's hurt. That's a bummer, but we'll have to see. J.A. says, give me all the means. I hear you, bro. You look at those numbers on the Rays. I'm just not a fan. I just don't like to play pitchers like this that have a ton of aggression against good offenses. But I feel you, bro. No doubt. Means will definitely be low-owned. Last but not least, the Reds against Kyle Hendricks. The Reds are home in one of the best hitting parks in the league. Kyle Hendricks has not been good this year. Simple as that. The Reds have been very good this year, especially the righties. You can see a 109 WRC plus, a 340 WOBA, a 189 ISO. What's not to like? And you get some of that weak-ass Cubs bullpen, right? So Cincinnati, man, they've been hot too. They've been doing it. Those are the offenses that stood out to me the most. Things to watch. Ronaldo Lopez. And now we're going to talk about some cheap guys here. Ronaldo Lopez, if you dare. Numbers are pretty solid this year, but we're talking about a very small sample. Playing a very tough team in Oakland. If you don't like Ronaldo Lopez, maybe you'll like the Oakland Bats. One thing I'll say, and I was reminded, I did have an Oakland team today, I was reminded, Chicago White Sox have a very good bullpen. Very good bullpen. Drew Rasmussen. So the Rays need help, but they're not really looking to stretch him out, I don't think. He was a prospect, touted, all that shit. If you're in the card world, you probably see this card pop up, rookie card pop up for the Brewers, whatever. 29% K rate against Baltimore. If you really wanted to punt on DraftKings, I say DraftKings because Rasmussen, they don't really want to go more than 50 pitches. It's a shame because it looks like maybe he could be decent, but that's what it is. Dylan Bundy has not been good. I mean, a huge step back from last year. He faces Detroit, who's been relatively hot in the second half of the season, but overall, you look at the team, that is not that good, and they strike out a lot. Dylan Bundy's only 6K. Yeah. And then there's Vlad Gutierrez, whose numbers scream regression. 5.27 Sierra, 5.4 xFIP, only a 3.95 ERA. At home in a very small park, but he happens to face one of the worst lineups in the league. In the Cubs. So those are the things to be mindful of, right? Like, which way does that go? Can we consider Vlad? I mean, some of you will probably already have. He's 8-7 on FanDuel. That's fucking crazy. Well, I've never played this dude. I don't plan on doing it. But do I want any of the Cubs to help me jam in some expensive pitchers? I don't know if I need it. I don't know. I do prefer these Cubs bats against lefties, though. I'll just put that out there. Anyway, that's going to do it. We're getting the Dong Watch, and then we're out of here. Appreciate those of you hanging out with me live. Appreciate those of you taking the time to listen after the fact. Dong Watch starts now. We're going to go with Teoscar Hernandez, number 1. Teoscar Hernandez, number 1. We will go with Randy Arozarena, number 2 from Tampa. And we will go with Joey Votto, man. Stay hot, Joey Votto, against Kyle Hendricks, man. Joey Votto's been having a phenomenal season. May not have another one like this. An old joke. But anyway, Nation, that's going to do it for us. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to check out my article. If you're subscribed to WiseTake.com, my core plays article, I write Monday through Saturday. Paulie D does his MLB dirt sheet Monday through Saturday. So we're going to come get our final takes after we've done our research and all that. Day passes are available for myself, the entire WiseTake Nation. Hit the like button on your way out. And as always, good luck.